What's up guys, this is Dennis with Luke Zion Jewelry. Thank you so much for tuning in today. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a 6.8 flat curb chain. So with that being said, let's get started. All right guys, like always, I like to mention where these chains are manufactured, and this one specifically is made in Italy. It's solid sterling silver 925. All right guys, so when it comes to the 6.8 flat curb chain, this chain does not need any special introduction. It is a classic when it comes to jewelry chain collecting, especially chains. If you're just starting off, you should consider getting this. This is just one of the classic chains, followed along with the rope chain, the Cuban link chain, the Figaro chain. And so guys, one of the things about holding these chains in hand, I'm trying my best to show you guys different angles, different types of b-rolls when it comes to this chain. I want to give you guys the best idea on how this chain looks like, but it's very hard to do that. Video does not do this chain justice. And so I want to speak to two type of parties here. I want to speak to some of you guys that like the smaller millimeter chains, like the 3mm Cuban link, the 3mm rope chain, and you haven't experienced anything larger, anything bigger. You're kind of looking at a 6.8 more of a daunting chain, more like a statement piece, and you would never dare to get a 6.8 flat curb chain because it's just too big. And there's the other side, the other party, where you don't wear anything smaller than an 8mm, a 9mm, a 10mm, whatever it may be. You look at the 6.8 and you might say, hey, that is a very small baby chain. I'm not going to wear that. It's something that is too small for me. I like something much larger. And so I'm going to speak to both of you guys because honestly, I want to just showcase this 6.8. It's such a beautiful chain. Not only is the millimeter amazing, but the chain design is amazing. It's a very nice shiny chain, and it's a classic that you must have. And so guys, now let's jump into the shine of this chain. When it comes to the flat curb chain, honestly, this is an underrated, this is a misinterpreted type of chain design when it comes to shine. A lot of you guys are looking at specific chain designs that sparkle, like the rock chain or the prism cup chains. Guys, when it comes to the flat curb chains, these chains shine. It has a very nice chain shine to it, not only because it's sterling silver, right? It's a very highly reflective metal, but because of the diamond cuts, the way that it's cut, they're long, they're on the sides. You can see the extra shine on the sides and also in the middle in different angles as well. And so one of the things, guys, that I want to just mention about these chains and spread information about and knowledge about is the shine on the flat curbs. Guys, don't underestimate the shine on the flat curbs. Now, moving on, guys, this is a classic. I mentioned it before already. This is a must have in your jewelry chain collection. Buy it from me or buy it from someone else. It doesn't matter, guys. I'm talking about the chain design. This is a must have. It's a beautiful chain design. Actually, it was one of my first chains when I got an 18 karat gold chain, and it was a flat curb. It was a 5mm. It was such a beautiful chain. I sold it eventually, but I shouldn't have done that anyways. And another thing about this chain, guys, it is a flat chain. So this is going to lay flat on the neck, is going to fit good, and it's a bang for your buck when it comes to the price and the weight, right? If you compare, let's say, a 6.8mm Cuban link chain to a 6.8mm flat curb chain, you're gonna see a difference in price because the Cuban link chains have more weight to them. They're a little bit more bulky, and obviously this is a flat curb. So it being flat, it's a lot less weight, and you get to have the same millimeter for less money compared to some other chain designs. So for some of you guys that like to wear the smaller millimeters only and you don't wear anything larger, then this 6.8 might be a huge step of faith for you. But let me tell you, most likely you're gonna move up in millimeter over time, right? I've seen it time after time. I've known you guys from the beginning when I started selling in 2020. You guys started with 3mm rope chains. Now you bumped up to 4.5 to 5.5, and I seen you guys, some of you guys even went to a 7mm. Now the 3mm to a 7mm is an enormous jump. It's a huge jump, especially when it comes to the rope chains because they're much larger, or even the Cuban link chains because they're a lot more heavier, right? You compare a 3mm Cuban to a 7mm Cuban, it's just huge difference in weight. And so when it comes to this 6.8, guys, honestly, you're going to get used to it. It's going to be a nice statement piece for those that like to wear smaller millimeter chains. And obviously, if you don't like much shine or you don't like larger millimeters, one of the things I used to do, because I was the same way, I didn't like larger millimeters until I started to just wear it, and the 4mm Cuban started looking small. So I jumped up and I got a 5, then I got a 6, and then I got a 7. And so the 7 is a sweet spot for me now when it comes to the Cuban link chains, or even this one, the 6.8 flat curb chain. It just fits right on me right now. One of the things you can do is tuck it in and just have that neck side profile that it's going to look good. It's not going to be popping out in your chest. The chain is only going to be seen on the neck, which is such an amazing look as well. It is also a statement piece just by doing that. It's definitely going to get some looks as well. Now, speaking to the other side, for some of you guys that don't like small millimeters, you are only jumping into 7, 8, 9 millimeters and nothing less. And I want to mention this. Now, I have been wearing chains for many years now. I have silver chains, I have gold chains, and there's some days that I honestly don't want to wear a chain. So when it comes to the 6.8, you might look at this chain and look at it as a baby chain or a small millimeter, but it's definitely going to be a stress-free chain that you can put on. You don't really have to think about it and just wear it on a daily basis, and it's going to be a simple, clean, subtle chain for you, right? And so I just wanted to just touch those two bases for you guys, because sometimes it can be a little bit hard to make chain reviews on specific millimeters and say, hey, this is a subtle chain. No, this is a statement piece. And so I know there's a lot of you guys that are much skinnier, some that are much larger. You guys work out, you know, for example, I haven't worked out for a very long time, and some of you guys work out every single day. And it's definitely going to tell when you wear a chain. And so guys, that's it for this video. I really hope that this video was informative, at least give you an idea on how this chain actually looks like. And like always guys, if you can, put the fire emoji, the wave emoji in the comments below, just letting me know that you watched this video all the way to the end. Much love, respect, and I'll see you guys in the next video.